Hi, welcome to the galley. In the galley today, we're all about the nuts, especially the peanuts, because I want to show you just how quick and easy it is. Make your own peanut butter. It's going to taste so much better. It's going to be so much better for you. It's not going to have any oils in it. It's not going to have any sugars in it. It's not going to have any diglycerides in it. None of that crazy stuff. It's just going to have peanuts. Well, and one version maybe a little chocolate. Now, I get this big bag of nuts from We Got Nuts. I'll link to it, but this I did get roasted unsalted. You can make this with salted and roasted. You're just gonna add a little salt to it. It's just that simple. These nuts are product of the USA, so of course that makes me happy. And I have a container. I'm gonna pour my nuts in my container, and obviously this is going to make a lot of peanut butter. Now your peanut butter, once you make it, can sit in your pantry for up to a month. Well, my peanut butter actually never lasts a month, but I just do small batches at a time because, quite frankly, you can have peanut butter in well under 10 minutes. Now it does take 2 cups, or about a cup and 3/4 of peanuts to make 1 cup of peanut butter. Now I have a little tiny trusted companion here. We don't have a lot of space on boats. You don't have a lot of storage space, so I have my little tiny food processor that I love, and I think she's quite the workhorse, and she's been great. But I can't do 2 cups at a time, or I could and not want to, just because I don't want to stress her out. It's a bit much. So I'm just doing 1 cup at a time. And all you were going to do is pop the lid on her. If I can find the lid. Okay, I think I forgot how to work my little thing here. Now, you don't want to just sit this to on and walk away. You want to pulse. For several reasons, it helps it. It makes it work better if you pulse, but also I really don't want to burn my motor up. So this is going to take maybe 5 minutes to get this to peanut butter stage. And I'm going to do this by just going on and off and on and off. Now, I just did 2 on and offs, and you can see how it's already pretty crushed up. And if I wanted to, I could take a little bit of these out and set those aside. And then what we're going to do with those is Billy likes crunchy peanut butter. So we're going to make smooth peanut butter, and we're going to turn it into crunchy peanut butter. So let's just off and on. I'm actually going to add a few more nuts here since I took those out. You can see after a few turns it's getting kind of sand-like, and that's heading in the right direction. And now you can see it is starting to get clumped up. We're going to keep going. Now it's just starting to smooth out, so I'm just going to check it and make sure it's all pushed down, give it a little help. And again, it's getting smoother and smoother, and what's going to start happening is the blades are going to start heating up, and that's going to help start making this creamy. Now, some people at this point will add a little oil, and if you want to add a little oil just to make it a little more smooth, you can. And the great thing about making your own is you get to choose the oil in which you want to use. And if I was going to add some oil, I would do avocado. And now it's really starting to get smooth and creamy. And it needs some salt. Now, if you have salted peanuts, obviously you don't need to do this step. But I'm going to give this a good big pinch of salt. Maybe just a little bit more. You can always come back and add more salt if you think it needs it. And now, can you see how shiny it's getting? How pretty that is? And pretty much now, we have peanut butter. And let's see if we think it needs more salt. Maybe a pinch. And I can feel the heat, so I know that's helping to smooth this out. And I'm going to let this go for about 30 seconds. And now we have beautiful, creamy peanut butter. And that's it. There's only peanuts in our peanut butter. And I can put this in a jar, set it in the pantry, room temperature for a month. And all in under 10 minutes, can I have this beautiful peanuts turned into peanut butter for this entire bag. I think it was 5 pounds. It was huge. $22 for this whole thing of peanuts. And I think you will clearly see this is going to make a lot of peanuts. Now, make a lot of peanut butter. Now we can stop here and have this beautiful, creamy, no added anything peanut butter. Or we can take those nuts that we roughly chopped and turn this into chunky style peanut butter and just 2 little pulses. And now we have chunky style, because Billy likes chunky style peanut butter. So we're going to make chunky style peanut butter here. And then we're going to make chocolate peanut butter, which is an amazing, decadent treat. And I'm going to show you how I make my chocolate peanut butter with no sugar. Just have a look at that beautiful, chunky peanut butter. Okay, next up, we're going to do our chocolate peanut butter. And if you hear that, that's Billy. So it's worth the noise. He's working on our solar panels. So I'm going to do a cup of peanuts, and I'm going to take this to creamy peanut butter stage. So here we are. We're back to our creamy, beautiful peanut butter. And if you like honey peanut butter, you can, at this point, just add honey. And I would start with like 1 tablespoon for 1 cup of peanuts. So if you did your 2-cup batch, if you had the big food processor and you could do 2 batches, I would do 2 tablespoons of honey, or just start with 1 tablespoon of honey for 2 cups and see if you need to add more. So I would probably start with a little less, depending on how sweet you want. But now for my chocolate peanut butter, and this is just good on toast, which is how I really like it. But I also like to melt it and pour it over popcorn. So that is really good. Now, my recipes on the website is going to be per 2 cups of peanuts, because I usually do a double batch, because if I'm making it, I'm making it. But for now, just for this 1 cup of peanuts, I'm just going to taper that down a bit. But for two cups of peanuts, I do 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. So I think I'm just gonna do about 2 and see, because I can always add more. Now, what did I do with my dates? Most chocolate peanut butter recipes call for either honey or confectioner's sugar, but I am going to use dates. Oh, hold on. I've got my bread to put in the oven. Let me put my bread in the oven and we'll be right back. All right, bread in the oven. I'm making whole wheat bread and it's gonna be warm. I'm gonna slice it when it's warm, even though I shouldn't, and spread some peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter on it. So for my chocolate peanut butter, 2 cups peanuts, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, and 3 dates. I'm gonna start this with maybe 1 date and see how sweet it is. And of course, you don't have to use dates. Again, you can use honey or you can use confectioner's sugar. But this is a great way to make this sweet with the dates without having that processed sugar. Now we're going to process this for just about a minute. It's a little dry, so I think I'm going to add another date. And if it does get dry on you, again, you could do a little avocado oil or you could add a touch of honey, which I love. You know, maybe we'll just add a spot of honey. But if you don't want the honey or the sugar, you don't have to. So now we have this beautiful, rich, decadent chocolate peanut butter spread. And you could use this in some puff pastry and make like a chocolate croissant, chocolate peanut butter croissant. I usually just put it on toast, especially warm toast, and it just kind of melts right in. Probably should give it a taste before I take it out of there. That's delicious. So here we are with these two beautiful products of peanut butter. Creamy peanut butter, chunky peanut butter, honey peanut butter, chocolate peanut butter, fresh homemade peanut butter without any added anything. Just peanuts and cocoa dates. Now a lot of those peanut butters in the store, they're gonna have sugars added, they're gonna have oils added, and they use cottonseed oil, rapeseed oil, palm oil, all these oils that are inflammatories that you don't want to eat, and you sure don't need to add sugar to your peanut butter. And then, of course, they have those big words that you can't hardly pronounce, some of them. Even the ones that say, like, no stir, all natural, you have to look because they're no stir because they add palm oil. So, read your ingredients or just buy a jug of peanuts and make some peanut butter. I hope everybody makes peanut butter. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think about making your own peanut butter. If you make your own peanut butter, and if you do, what kind that you make, or just leave me a comment and say hi. And I'm gonna take my bread out and have some chocolate peanut butter toast. And I'm gonna see you later. Until next time, thanks for being here. Safe cruising.